There are three types of control statements. One is loop, another one is while loop, do while loop. We are getting conditional statements. Control statements are, these are the main list of conditional statements. So break, if fails, if fails. So these we if statement, if else if we can call it as control statements. Related to loop, right? While loop, for loop, do while loop. These we can call it as loop statements. So break statement and continue statement, this we can call it as sorry,
unconditional.
Exactly. So if else, if statements are related to conditional statement. Yes. While loop, for loop, do while loop will comes under loop statements.
Looping.
Yes. Continue, speech and break will comes under unconditional statements. So these three are going to impact our business logic. So where we are going to use this? So based on our business logic, based on our requirement, let's take one simple example. So withdraw amount from bank. See, now if you are same customer from ICICI Bank, so there is a limit for you, right? If you can withdraw for 5 times free, I think so nowadays. So after that, in the same ICICI Bank, it will be chargeable. Now clear, right? Now, if you want to use the same ICICI Bank ATM, so there are no nearby you, there are no ICICI Bank ATMs, but you have ICICI Bank card, but you want to use the same card in HDFC. Now there are two scenarios we are getting. If you are withdrawing from HDFC, it will be 3 times for free. After that, it will be chargeable. Clear? Yes, now there are two business logics we need to apply. Suppose if you are withdrawing an ICICI Bank or HDFC ATM, so you need to check the first condition. If the condition is from ICICI, so again what the scenario will execute? 5 times will allow without any charge. If it is HDFC Bank ATM, it will allow 3 times. So first what we need to check, whether we are withdrawing from ICICI HDFC. Okay, now fine. Means if here we are going to use if statement. If the withdraw type from ICICI ATM, so then what we need to do? We need to allow 5 times. Means if it is same, so then we are going to give 5 times for loop. So inside the loop, we are giving 5 times condition. So if it is ICICI Bank statements, what if they will check? They will check times, number of times equal to 5. So or else, if it is not ICICI Bank, then what else will execute? Else inside the if again HDFC ATM or other bank ATMs equal to 3 times. Now if and if else we are using. Let us assume, so if you want to like continually withdraw or suppose now coming to loops. So loops, when we are going to display, so if you want to print or if you want to get the data from list or array list which we are having, suppose if you want to print 1 to 1000, at that time we need to use for loop. You are getting, want to check whether the condition is true or false, we are going to use conditional statements. These conditional statements are if else, if. Now coming to loops, if you want to print the data from arrays or any objects, so or any array list or any collections, or if you want to print program 1 to 10,000 or 1 to 1 lakh, so we are going to use for loop. For loop means there is no check. Now coming to while loop, while print, so while will execute the same scenario based on our condition. Do while means, so if we want to check some condition and we want to print, so there, see, suppose in the while loop you want to break the program till 500, even though you are printing from 1 to 1000, just you want to print till 500, then do. some XYZ less than or greater than, so we are going to break the statement. Now switch. Suppose if you want to use switch statement, just if you, so there are weeks in a day, 7 days will be there. So based on the day selection, so we want to print the day details. You are getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, or else what if you want to pass dollar or rupees or enums, whatever. So based on the currency type, so it will select a appropriate country and it execute the inside that logic. So we are going to define 7 countries amount details. So if we are passing INR, it's in rupees. So it should be execute Indian logic. If we are passing dollars, it should be execute in American logic. So that's what, based on the statement, it directly switch to the respective condition and it will execute. Now coming to continue and break. Suppose you are checking, you are printing 1 to 100, but you want to program, you want to stop the program once 50 is printed, 1 to 50 is printed, then you want to break. So there what you will do, you will write a loop, So once if the loop ID, I you are trying to say I equal to 50, then what you are doing, break. Break means in between we are breaking the program. Let us assume there are 20 instructions will be there. Instructions means lines, 20 lines of the program. Based on your condition, you want to break the execution of program at the 10th line. Just you can break this. Now continue. So what you want to use? Now the same scenario for this. 1 to 50 you are breaking. But what in this scenario we are thinking? Once the value greater than 50, we want to print 51 to 100. At that time, we are going to use continue. You are getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Simple, nothing is there. For int I equal to 0. What we are assigning here? 0 for I.
0.
So now we want to test, we want to print I less than or equal to 100. You are getting what I am saying? Now I plus plus, I plus plus. See, now my requirement was, I don't want to print 1 to 50. Just I want, once the program is print that if I equal to 50, what I'm saying, I'm trying to say, break the program. Break I'm going to give. Until what will happen? Nothing will happen. Sysout system dot out dot println. So then I will print, right? So till this 50 all will print. Once if the I value reach to 50, break the program, I'm saying. Now what I am saying, if I greater than 50, continue the program. So means you are getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Until I reach 51, nothing will print in this scenario.
Okay.
Clear? Clear or any confusion? This is what we are.
Program.
Yeah, you can understand. So this is what control statements we are using in our logic. Conditional statement, looping statement, and the unconditional statement. Now clear, right, about this? Any doubts as of now? So switch statement. Switch statements, yeah, we'll go again one by one. Now conditional control statement, looping control statement, unconditional statements. Conditional means while If it will go black inside the blocks, then if it is true, otherwise it will not execute the program. So yesterday what we discussed.
Yes.
Now we'll see the program for if condition. So now we want to see if, right? You can see this program. See, simple you need to understand. So this is if demo method. This is the main method. So inside this class, we are writing main method. Inside the main method, we are writing loop. Now you can see int mark 70 we are giving equal to 70. Now what we are checking greater than condition. So if we are checking greater than condition, so if it is true, then only it will execute inside the block. See, this is the block if we are going to check the logic. So marks greater than 65, then only we are allowing. If it is less than, so what will happen? Now see, you can see. First division. Now more than 65% we are calling 65. Now you can keep 50 now. What will happen if we keep 50 here? What will happen? So nothing will execute, means that block can ignore. You got it? Nothing is printed. So if you want to test it, just test it by using it. Means the total block was ignored. Clear? So this condition was failed. So then it will not allow inside this. This is what conditional statement for if. Clear? Now in this scenario, if it is 80% is greater than 65, then first division. Now in the same program, I want to accommodate else. So if it is less than 65, right? Now what is that? We can call it as second. Getting what I'm saying? Second division. Now come here and try to execute the program. So means, so if it is greater than 60, now my requirement was greater than 65, first division. Now let's see. 50, now greater than 65 is fine. Till 65, more than 50, greater than 50. So this is second. Now greater than 40. Next what it is?
Third division.
Okay. Now what I need to do? Now in this
One
condition,
more.
directly we are checking. If it is greater than 35, first division, or else whatever it may be, we are printing second division. But one more condition came. So what exactly the program should do? Now again, here else if we should check. Now come here, what will happen? So come here, mark greater than 65. Now we should not give this greater than 65. We should give 50, because if they are greater than 50, then only first and second will print. You are getting what I'm saying? Now, sys out. What will be the output for this? Now I have given mark as 40. What is the output?
Third one will come.
Exactly. Nothing will print. This will come because this condition won't execute. This condition won't execute. Now there is no other scenario. So if both are failed, definitely we will get to know he is from where?
Second division.
Third division. Clear?
Third division.
Now clear. So if this condition, again we are checking this condition, again we are checking this, again we are printing it finally. Now what he is from? He is from third division. See, now this is single condition statement. This is if else combination and multiple if blocks. So this is what here we are going to say. If else. So the condition true, then it will execute up the block. Means if condition will true, this will be the block of that execution. Or else where it will go? Another condition it will go. If again it is false, finally it will print else condition. Hope you are clear, right? This is what if else condition. Now next statement was if else if statement. If else if statement. If it is true, if it is false, then again we are checking one more condition. Clear? See now, when if else if will come, there are three scenarios which we need to handle. First division for first class, second division mean there is a option one more, right? Second and third. At that time again we will go for another condition check. Clear?
Yes.
This is what happening in if else and if. Any doubts as of now?
No doubt.
No.
Super, right? Now come to another if else demo. Just now we covered all the same way he write. Nothing is there.
Yeah.
This is second program. Now third program is this one, you can see. Same way what we have written, right? Multiple if else will come. Marks greater than and less than 60 should be there. So other condition he added, nothing is there. Means he is checking both the way. You can see B grade from 75, right? See, this is AND operator. He is checking B greater than 100 and greater than 90. Clear, right? Again, he is subbed based on the A class, B class, they divided based on the range. Here we divide just grades based greater than condition. But here in between, we need to check the conditions. Suppose you are not keeping this, let us assume. You are getting right what I'm saying. 70 is there. If greater than 70, so what will happen? If greater than 70 means now you can give 81. What will happen? Now tell me the program flow. 2 prints.
Yes, sir.
You are getting. This is printing.
B grade.
Now just
B grade.
yes. Clear, right? This is the statement executing. Less than 90. Both flows will execute. No problem. Clear, right? Now we are done with this. Now coming to switch. One action among multiple actions during the program execution. Just now we discussed, right? So based on the specification, there are 10 number of actions decided and we implemented. But in the 10 action, based on the condition, based on the value, based on the expression, it should be select. So now we are defining case 1. So it should be print 1 to 10. Case 2, it should be print 20 to 20, 11 to 20. Case 3, we can say 30 to 10. Around 10 cases we will switch. So we will pass which statement should execute. I don't want to print all. I want to print only 20 to 30. So at that time, we are going to give switch statement as 3. So once you give 3 value, so third condition will execute. So third condition will execute in the sense, it will print from 20 to 30. Like that, things will happen. Now you can see the switch statement. See, this is the switch statement. This is the syntax for this. You no need to worry. Just see this. Switch. This is the switch condition. So it might be a two cases. It might be a one cases. But in the default should be exist. See, now if you want to remove this, so what will happen? It will expect something. So default is the mandatory. Clear? Clear or any doubts? So in the switch, if you are writing, you will expect that. See, null we are getting. Why null we are getting? Day they are passed as 3. Here there is no condition. Clear? See, if you are getting null right, you are not able to understand. Now what you will do? Here we are keeping default. See, now how we defined as if else, right? Like that, this is the mandatory condition. So means if you are not passing a valid input, so it will say invalidate. Now you can see this. See, that's what, it's not a mandatory, but for user understandable, finally we are going to give. So irrespective of condition, if we are passing the data, so definitely we should give the value. Now what we are passing? 3. Let us assume we are passing 10. So what will print? So week, how many days will be there? Only 7. Now we are giving out of range. Yeah, now we are giving out of range, then means it will give 6. Now it will give 6. What will happen? It should be Saturday. See, nothing is executing here. Finally, it is coming here. And what is happening here? It is breaking the program. Clear or any doubt? So, case and break will follow. Case is the condition we are going to define. Inside that, logic. So, break is the statement. So, once switch case will execute it, we need to break the program. We are not going to continue. So in these all cases, we are defining nothing is able to find the value which we are passing in the switch. That by default it will execute day, and we are giving the values which we are giving as a user defined, like user defined value in the default.
And I hear why you mentioned day. Okay, it's an integer.
Sorry.
10th day and
here.
అది అర్థమైనా ఇక్కడ 10th row అన్న switch bracket B.
So this is the ID. See,
Yeah.
Here, this is the case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. Now you need to tell the program which case it should execute. Without that, how it can identify?
Yes.
This is the statement. So now you need to see this. Switch variable value expression.
Okay.
Clear? It might be a string, it might be a int, it might be a other float related. So like this, the switch condition will execute. Clear or any doubts?
Directly variable or value.
Yeah, that is the way. Now you can see public enum vowels AEIOU. So what I am passing, I am converting these enum values into one character list. Now by using for loop, this is the for loop. Now I am going to get the data for now. Means for loop means one by one it will execute. Now will come AEIOU check will happen. AEIOU. So apart from that, what I am going to give, let us assume W. So is there any W condition here? No, right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
If it is W, right, what will happen? Finally, it will go for default. It's not a vowel. It's a constant. See where we are mentioning this in the default. Rest all are conditions we predefined. Now let's close this. Let's close this. Just I am keeping A. What will print? A case will execute. Clear? Here we are doing for loop, right? Definitely this value should be defined. Clear or any doubt? No, right?
Yes.
Even though the same way you can define switch like string cases also. You can practice that. Okay, next. What is next? Now we are done if and switch. Looping control statements. So there are three types of loopings. One is for loop, while loop, do while loop. For it executes the code until the condition is false. So which condition is false? Till here. So internally it will execute. It will get the size of this and it will internally execute and get it. You can see this. Now for demo. See, first what we are assigning, we are defining two variables. One is int n and I. So n we are giving as a 2. Clear? So now what is the n value? 2. I we are assigning here 1 directly. Or else you can assign here also. Now what we want to print? We want to print the data. You are getting what I am saying? So now int I you are defined. So and your value is 1. Now 1. I equal to 1. Now what we are trying to print? Less than or equal to 10. Till 10 we want to print. You are getting what I am saying? So what is the value of n? First initially it will print 2. So after that, once I will print, right, n into here plus n into I means they are trying to print values by multiplication. These are the operators. We are going to discuss about operators. Now two table they are going to print. Multiplication of two table they are going to print. Now 2 is the constants. 2 into I, right? You are getting 2 into I. This is the multiplication. And now what we are defining? 2 into 1. 2 into 1 and equal to this we are doing. You can see now how it will print. Run. 2 into 1 equal to 2 into 2 equal to 2 into 3. Here what it is printing? Plus I. So increased value will be here because we are increasing I. So I always will be increased. 2 always will be constant. So here what we are doing? So we are printing n star I. I initially will come inside the loop, 1 will print. 2 into 1 equal to 2 into 1, that equal 2. This here calculation is happening. Plus is appending. Don't worry, this is a plus means it is adding. It is adding as a string. Clear? This is adding as a string. Till here one string you are getting. This is one string. This is calculated value. Clear? Now run Java application. So then it is now. Before that, let's try to understand. I will remove this. First, initially right click, run as Java application. What it is printing? 2, right? So now ignore this also. Ignore this also. What is the values we want to test? Run Java application. Now what it is printing? I value. Now I want to print table. It is 2, right? Now we will keep it as 3. Now first initially what is the value we need to print? 3 value. 3 plus not 3 instance n plus I. So now you can see what will happen n plus I. You are getting it is added. It is happening addition. 3 plus 1 4. 3 plus 2 5. 3 plus 3 6. 3 plus 4 7. 3 plus 5 8. You are getting what I'm saying? See, but
yes, add one more plus here.
No, not one more plus. To append string. I am appending string here. Now you can see what will print. Fine. So now table format print. Now what we need to do? We need to print condition. Now again plus equal plus equal. So now equal condition. What will print? 3 into 1 equal. Now finally 3 into 1 3. 3 into 2 6. Now that part is pending. Equal n star I. Star means multiplication. Getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the output? Clear? 3 into 3. 3 into 2. Now you can give whatever you want. Now you want to do 2000 multiplication. Clear?
Yes.
Naveen. Clear now?
Hello?
Clear?
Hey, hearing. Yeah.
See, this is what for loop demo. Now it's the same way. There are 2 for loops we can use. We can call it as nested for loop. You are getting what I'm saying? So here some scenario. So we need to take one array list. So based on that size, we need to print below 1. Now here what we are doing? We are considering I value 1 and I less than 5. Means till 5 we are considering for loop. First for loop I value as 5. Now you can print that. You won't get any confusion. Sys out I. So now I value print. Now come here. We are going to see plus j. If you are anytime you are using this value, right, always should be less than of this. Clear what I'm saying? It's not only here. Means if you are using nested exception, this should be always like. So means one for loop, total this I for loop will iterate how many times? 5. See, if your size is more than that, you can see what will happen. First we'll go for basic, later you can see. Now you can see what will print. See, this is initially I value, right? This is what? J value. I value is 1 increase. So here 2 printed. Next means +1. Again one more loop. What printing? J value as 1 and 2. Next I equal to 3. Then 1, 2, 3 J value printed. You are getting what I am saying?
Yes, yes.
See, if it is 3 means 3 times it will execute. Here we are assigning I, right? This we can call it as nested for loop. See, here 1 time it will execute, but whatever the nested loop is there, so if value is 3 times it will print. That's what our output is showing. You are getting what I am saying? See, if you are passing I inside the for loop 3 times, if it is 4, it will execute 4 times. If it is 5, it will execute 5 times.
Fine.
This is what you need to understand. Now you can keep this as 10. So what will happen? Each scenario, 10 times it will execute.
10 times.
Exactly. So there is no, see, if you are trying to do like this, it is not a logical, right? It is illogical.
Yes.
Based on I value, J should be execute. That's what always J should be dependent. Means nested for loop always depend on first for loop. So whatever the value we are having, we need to pass here. See, this we can call it as nested for loop. Clear?
Yes.
Clear or any doubt? No, right? See, just now we have written, right? This is one simple program, how increasing and all. Okay, the next one, while loop. While loop executes till the condition become false. So means we are passing one while condition, we are checking. It's like a if condition. If it is like condition will satisfy, it will keep on increasing. Now you can see the program, then you will understand. See, for what happening? Here itself only increasing happening. And condition we are checking. The combination of initializing, condition and looping increasing. Now in while part, so nothing will be there. Just it will define the condition initially. Based on the condition, it will increase. It is one of the way to print the loop of values. Now here what we define? Integer variable we define. So integer variable we define, that integer condition what we are checking, less than 10. So if initially it is 1, right? Less than 10 means true. True means it will come inside and again it will increase. So it will 1 plus, right? 2, it will become 2 again. Till 10, it will execute the program. You can see. Clear?
No.
Clear or any doubt? So means we are defining the initializing the variable, just one condition check we are writing here. The same how for loop is working, while also same. Any doubt? Means here condition we are defining, after that we are increasing.